So let's talk about Stan. I'm guessing it's like a joke on Hail Satan. Is that right?
Wait, the album isn't called Hail Satan? Wait, did somebody fuck up?
Is there like a typo or something?
Wait a second. No.
Wait, I gotta check this.
Why did you guys want to open the album with this 16-minute song? That's a pretty bold move.
I don't know. It felt like the right thing to do, and it's you know, it's been a few years since we put out anything. We wanted to come out of the gate strong, and all of us felt really good about that song, the way it turned out. We're all really proud of it. So it's like, you know, let's open the fucking album with a bang.
We kind of just wanted to say we're doing whatever we want. You know, that's why the first song we dropped was our real ugly one.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah, and you know, it's like, let's start the album with a 16-minute song. Who's gonna stop us? What are you gonna do? Nothing.
So in terms of the kind of more atmospheric sections, there's a lot of almost electronica, I think, on the album.
Jake had a lot to do with that.
Oh, really?
For sure.
Oh, cool.
Absolutely.
I think I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people know me, or who follow the band really intently, know that I'm like responsible for a lot of the electronic elements of the band. But I think on this record and going forward, it's definitely a collaborative experience, and I wouldn't really want it any other way. I'm glad that like everyone's kind of come into the electronic world with me, so to speak.
I feel like obviously it's always been there, kind of like in the Undergrowth, but it's more apparent than ever on this record.
Especially on Reptile, I'd say like that second to last section is like full blown. Yeah.
Was there also a spoken word section? Is that by Mikey Goodman?
That's Mikey Goodman from Sixth. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What inspired that?
I just felt like the part needed something different to, you know, kind of, it shifts feelings in the song at that point, and I was like, it would be really cool to have somebody narrate a section almost like it's like a movie, you know, and like who else other than Mikey is a perfect person to do that, you know.
Without Sixth, there'd be no Periphery. And I'm gonna keep saying that while we're in the UK.
Absolutely,
because
100%.
they are I think, like, you know, everyone says Meshuggah is kind of like the genesis of gent, but not Genesis the band. Okay,
that's a very different story.
Yeah, it's a very
great
different
band, but not
great band, but not what I'm talking about. But Sixth is kind of the band that explored very interesting rhythmic stuff, and including a lot more melody in it. Sixth is obviously a lot bigger here, but in America, I feel like not many people know that they're responsible for Gen. Like, completely.
we wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. Absolutely, 100%.
In terms of technicality, I feel that, you know, like the genre of progressive metal can get kind of bogged down by technicality. What do you guys think of that?
Absolutely. I think it's so easy for bands who do have a technical nature to kind of just do that too much. And I hope that it's apparent in the arrangement and track list on this record, Hail Stan, that we've tried. I love saying
Every time.
I'm so happy we did it. Thank you.
Sorry, Wayne.
Yeah, sorry, Wayne. But you know, you have Reptile and you have Blood Eagle, and these all contain the Periphery DNA. But then you have songs like Church Burner and Crush, and things that are really out there, and I know are going to be very polarizing. And I really don't give a shit. I hope that it's polarizing. I hope you don't like it, but I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad that that's on there, because it kind of breaks up the momentum, and it doesn't become monotonous, and it's not the technicality is not always the focus. Because if you have things that are technical all the time, and I'm very proud of you. You practiced a lot, but I'm bored. And correct me if I'm wrong on this. We're more interested in creating songs that are songs, and if it has no technical parts, sweet.
So going back to what you mentioned about Sixth and everything, you have a lot to do with the kind of uprising of gent and everything like that. How does that make you feel?
I'm sorry. No, it's really weird. I mean, Jake's been a part of the band a lot longer than I have. He from back even before the band had a record deal or anything, so he has a lot more to do with it than I do. I just, I just yell.
What are you talking about, dude? You do the gent vocals.
Oh, dude, that's just the harsh vocals.
The harsh vocals.
The clean singing. Don't ever use that term, by the way. It's just singing or screaming.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as harsh vocals or fucking clean vocals. It's all bullshit. Sorry.
I think I first heard a Misha song in like 2005, and then after that, like I wrote him right away. I'm like, I want to be in your band. But yeah, because of Misha's kind of his musical tastes, I gravitated to that, and then I started adopting, his musical voice, and kind of I decided, I really like this. I want to learn how to do this more. So let me develop my own identity around the stuff that I'm learning from him. And then when Mark joined the band, it was this kind of new dimension of like his playing. Kind of we were just sharing ideas, and I think that's kind of how the sound of the band developed. And I will say that when Spencer joined, that was kind of a turning point. I don't know. I think the singer is an incredibly integral part to developing the band's identity, not the instrumentals. I think the singer is. And
thank you, dude.
You're welcome. I think those are the key points or key turning points for developing that gent sound.
In terms of your albums, they've all got very specific identities. You had Periphery 2, 3, Juggernaut, all this. What for you is the identity of Stan?
I think it has a lot darker of a vibe than anything we've done, like consistently. Even the more melodic, pretty songs, there's a lot of, in lyrically, like it's dark. For the song that's already up, Blood Eagle, I mean, there's a lot of talk online about that being like an anti-Christian song, and it's not at all. Like, we have nothing against any religion or any group of people. Everybody's equal to us.
But the Vikings did.
But the history was not as nice as we are, and I mean, I'm sure you know all about that being from here. Like, that song is about it's inspired by. It's not like a history lesson or anything. It's just kind of inspired by the events of Vikings coming and raiding England and killing Christians, and it is what it is. It's pretty dark.
I think that's an element of Periphery that hasn't been explored too much. Maybe a little bit on Juggernaut Omega, but this is kind of like, an entire full-length album that's just all heavy and dark, and I think it's just a timing thing. I think we're just ready to explore more of that sound.
A little bit more Stan.
Yeah, way more Stan.
It's a little bit more Stan-y than the other records.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having a chat, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.